also, I believe, yes, things went on right, and some other things went on wrong. We have been able, me being part of the previous administration, I have been able to identify all those things that went wrong. Yes. And that gave them the confidence, because they had that confidence in me that when I'm voted into power, I can change all those things. So as a result of that, they voted massively for me, and they gave me that, burden to carry, which of course I have to carry it diligently. I pray that, I know NSA has always been our friend and will continue to be the friend of boxing. Boxing has done so much for Ghana, which of course we wish to continue the good work that our predecessors has established. And there has been so many things that went wrong, like I said. But in our tenure, we come to the NSA, have man-to-man talk, have a lot of discussions on how well we are going to restructure boxing and rebrand boxing, bring in transparency, and then make sure we engage the stakeholders more regularly. In fact, we're going to get everything on board, everybody on board, to make sure we tap everyone's idea, we get into everyone's knowledge into the sport. Fortunately, on this new board, we also have experienced members on the board, like our former president, which of course is in the person of Mr. George Lamte. In his tenure, he led the team to Tokyo and brought in the only medal for African continent, not Ghana alone, but for the entire continent through Samuel Techi, which of course was a very great achievement. And with his expertise and then his experience, I believe is going to contribute a lot to our administration to give it the edge that it needs. I wouldn't say much, but I think with the experience we have and the knowledge we have, and in fact, when we inherited this administration, we inherited it with a lot of activities ahead of us, which of course we mentioned some, the Commonwealth Games and then the Youth Olympics Games. So we are not going to joke. We will not relent on our effort to start working ASAP. The secretary is there. I've already engaged there on so many things, which of course we need to start working as soon as possible to be able to achieve what we need to achieve. We want to assure the NSA that in our tenure, we are going to do better than the previous administration. We are also going to do better in terms of the achievements in this coming Commonwealth Games than the previous edition. What we need is their support, their backing. That's all we need. When we are able to get that support from NSA, GOC, and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, then I assure you that we'll be there and we'll be able to do it. Let me start. I don't know if we should introduce ourselves.
Sure.
Yes. So let me.